Hello and welcome to another episode of Tiva Drive, and we are back on the shores of the Georgian Bay shooting this 2025 Mercedes GLC350e. It's a new generation of the GLC plug-in. There was the older one which had a very small battery. This is a much improved new generation GLC plug-in hybrid, which will be followed this September with a GLC EQ full electric GLC, which will compete with the iX3, which will be launched at the same show, and of course it will compete with the Audi Q6, which has already been launched, and we will be reviewing it shortly for you as well. It does compete against the Volvo XC60, so this is what we're comparing it with, because the iX3 is not here yet, and the Q6 is basically more in line with the Porsche. Let us talk about the price. 64k Canadian starting price with a total horsepower of 311 horsepower. The battery size is 24.8 kilowatt hours, giving it a rated range of 87 kilometers. And we'll tell you momentarily what the test results are. We're still running it on the 20-inch winter rims and tires, which affects the range. It looks just like a regular gasoline GLC, so the only way to tell that this is a plug-in, we're gonna walk around and quickly show you the back of the car. And number one, there's a 350e badge here. So that's basically the only difference. Formatic is just like all the other gas models. This one is equipped with the tow hook. The charge port is here, and of course it is equipped with a $600 option of the fast CCS charging up to 60 kilowatts. So it is optional. It should be standard in our opinion. This press car, as you see it, is so the base price is 64, as is about 82 grand. With the substantial EV range, one of the best in all the quickly show you the interior with a beige leather inside, and there's an opening sunroof, which we love, of course, typical MBUX interior, and no hyperscreen here, but the standard MBUX setup. Okay, so let's jump in and talk about our test results. Hello and welcome to another fast charging session report here at Electrify Canada in Barrie, as usual, using our Audi e-tron freebies. But this time around we have plugged in on this Mercedes GLC350e plug-in hybrid, one of the very few hybrids that is available with a fast charging option. As you can see, we're plugged into the CCS. We started, actually, the range on the highway, pretty impressive. We just drove 80 kilometers from Toronto to Barrie, and we had 13 kilometers left, so 93 kilometers EV range on this plug-in hybrid. It's one of the longest range plug-in hybrids, and it has fast charging capability up to 60 kilowatts. So far the maximum we got was about 50, but it's been maintaining 51 kilowatts right now for quite a while. So there you go. Stay tuned for a full review. We just got it, and we're gonna let you know about the consumption. If it is capable of 93 on the highway on the winter tires, then we should be able to hypermile it well past the 100-kilometer range. And especially so we do using the side roads, of course, and then once the summer tires or all seasons are put in, you should be able to do 100 kilometers on the highway, no problem. Fantastic plug-in hybrid, and it's competing in price with the Volvo XC60 T8. This car here starts at 64,000. Very attractive pricing. Okay, so that's about it for today. Stay tuned for the full review on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/TEV Association. Okay, so here we are inside the 2025 Mercedes GLC 350e plug-in hybrid, the brand new generation. I'm sitting in a comfortable position here in the front seat, and we just want to show the back seat space as well as headroom in the back of the seat, so that you have some sort of a comparison with the Volvo XC60T8 plug-in hybrid that we tested recently, and that's what we're comparing it with mostly, because the iX3 has not been launched yet, so it's competing against mostly the Volvo plug-in hybrid. Okay, so here we go. This is the interior, very nice interior with the base leather, huge sunroof here. This space is okay for my legs, as you can see. There's the Burmester sound system, of course, in here. Lots of ambient lighting, very bright interior with this light leather and the huge sunroof, which the front section opens, the rear section is closed, and there's of course a sunshade that comes down. There's no sunshades on the doors or the back, and we'll show you the trunk in a moment. So there we go. There's some storage here. Let's just show you this storage here. The vents are in the middle. There is no regulation for the climate for the rear passengers. It's all basically steered via the center screen in the front. Okay, so the headroom as well is pretty decent. I'm 6'3", 190 centimeters, and I'm not touching the liner here, so the headroom is great. Legroom is very decent, and space for my feet is fine as well. Okay, let's show you the trunk finally in this new GLC 350e. Very quickly, let's pop the trunk and show you of course it's a power lift gate. There's the cables. Because of the battery, and the batteries, it is large, so there's only this section here that lifts up for an emergency tire kit. The cables are in a bag in the trunk. The trunk sits higher because of the large battery. The battery is 24.8 kilowatt hours, giving it a rated range of 87 kilometers. So the trunk on the plug-in hybrid version is definitely smaller, not as deep as on the regular gas version, but that's a great compromise to have. And as we mentioned, the GLC pure electric will be launched in September in Munich of 2025, together with BMW iX3. So those will be the two full electric competitors. Right now, this Mercedes is competing mostly with the Volvo in our market in terms of the plug-in hybrids, because the Audi Q5e has not been launched, and neither was the BMW X3 plug-in hybrid, at least not in our market. They are coming later on, perhaps next year, but not yet. So right now it's up against only the XC60 T8 plug-in hybrid version of the Volvo. Okay, so let's jump inside, take you for a spin and talk about the test results. So here we are again inside the 2025 Mercedes GLC 350e plug-in hybrid, the newest version, newest generation. It's also available in pure gas, and there is a pure electric version coming as well this September at the Munich Auto Show. It'll be launched together with the BMW's iX3 competitor. Okay, so let's put it in gear and tell you all about the car. It turns itself off as soon as you open doors, so you have to switch it on again. Start stop button is still here. There's some error messages about the high beam, and I was having some issues with it, but the car is working fine. We're on the charging screen. For some reason the car defaults to no fast charging, so you have to turn it on manually to be able to fast charge it, otherwise it'll charge at the maximum of 22 kilowatts. If you turn on fast charging, it'll charge to up to 60 kilowatts on a DC charger. CCS plug for now. Of course, Mercedes is going with Tesla NACS.
I found these charging stations.
And unfortunately,
I have found multiple. Please tell me your destination.
Cancel. The problem with these verbal recognition systems, the moment you mention the brand name, starting with the M in this case, the system turns on the the voice recognition system, and it just thinks that you want something from it. So
it seems like there might be a bit of a mix-up. Could you please provide more details about what you're looking for?
Cancel. There we go. Sorry about that. And yeah, so those verbal systems can be useful, but sometimes they're annoying. So to get back to our review, basically we took it the usual route, 400 north, and we got it with a pretty full battery. At full, it was showing around 84 kilometers. The rated range, by the way, is 87 kilometers. The battery size is 24.8. They never specify whether it's gross or net. I assume that this is 24.8 is probably the gross total size, and that the net usable is slightly less than that. The rated range is 87 kilometers, which is not bad. So we started this week in a warmer weather, 15-20 degrees even, and when we took it up north, we managed to squeeze 93 kilometers. It was warm, so we were driving with the sunroof tilted. We did not have to use heating or air conditioning, so that helped obviously. But remember that the car is still on winter tires, because we're still late March, so the car has winter tires, and we still managed 93 kilometers, and that's on the highway. So we drove on the 400 from Toronto to Barrie, a distance of 80 kilometers, and we had 13 kilometers left. So we stopped at the fast charging station there, our usual stop at Electrify Canada, because that's where we get our Audi freebies. We topped it up for 20 minutes, and then we continued on our way. We could have done less than that. We could have probably topped up for 15 minutes only to get enough range to get to our lake house. So we drove a total of 150 kilometers, basically in all electric with a 20-minute top up, so which is phenomenal. So in that sense, the DC charging option makes sense, honestly. Some of the other plug-in hybrids, not very many have the fast charging option. So for example, none of the BMW plug-in hybrids have it. Mitsubishi Outlander is one of them, limited to 30 kilowatts, and the Range Rover plug-in hybrid, which we test drove recently some time ago, has a fast charging option as well. All the new Range Rover plug-in hybrids have that option, and they charge up to 50 kilowatts. But that's kind of a rare in the entire market of the plug-in hybrid. So here, as we mentioned, this car competes with the Volvo XC60T8, which offers more power but has a smaller battery. So basically you have a choice. If you really want the performance, go with the Volvo. It has an 18 kilowatt hour battery, barely 40 kilometers range, but you do get 450 horsepower, and you get like 4.5 seconds acceleration. Here, with the 300 horsepower total system power, you get about 6.5 seconds, so full 2 seconds slower, but you get phenomenal all-electric range in this car due to the much bigger battery. So it really depends what your priorities are. The Mercedes is obviously also a bit more luxurious. All the finishes inside. Both of them are equipped with a 4-cylinder engines, plus the electric motor. So here you have basically 200 horsepower. 200 horsepower, sorry, that's a blind spot warning.
200 horsepower 4-cylinder turbo engine plus 134 horsepower electric motor, and that's located between the engine and transmission. So the electric motor goes just like in the BMW plug-in hybrids, goes through the gears, same gears as the gas engine. In the case of the Volvo, obviously you have 300 horsepower, much more powerful gas engine, 300 horsepower, and a 200 horsepower electric motor. So again, the BMW plug-in hybrids also have more powerful electric motor. They have 200 horsepower electric motor, so they are a little bit more, powerful in electric mode. But we found this Mercedes 134 horsepower electric mode plenty. We were driving on a highway, following the usual middle to left lane traffic in all electric, and again we reached Barrie from Toronto in full electric on the highway.
Pothole.
Sorry, that's one of our apps talking probably ways. Anyway, so phenomenal range. We assume that once the all-season tires go in the summer, you can definitely do more. So we were already able to do more than the 87 kilometers rated range. We managed 93 on the highway, winter tires, and so basically in the warmer conditions and with the all-season tires, you can definitely do more than that. Now, today, being March, of course, we started very warm, and then the temperature dropped today. We started at -5 degrees, and we only managed, also a mix of side roads and highway, we only managed 73 kilometers. So as usual with all electric cars, the moment it gets colder, you have to turn on the heat. The battery has to be heated. Right away your range drops. So we went from 93 on a warmer day to 73 on a colder day. So we're glad that we're able to test this car under various conditions. By the way, this car does not come with lane keeping. It does have an adaptive cruise. So even though the base car is 65 and 82 with all the options it has some nice options, but it doesn't come with lane keep assist or auto steer like many other Mercedes cars do. But I believe that this is a very attractive price. It's priced in line with the Volvo. Volvo starts at 59, but it's because it's made in China. And this car starts at 64, so it's a very attractive price. It's actually lower than the old GLC. A few years back we did have a GLC350e with a much smaller battery, and it was actually more expensive. It was more expensive than the AMG version of the GLC, believe it or not. So again, these are the only two competitors, because the X3 brand new generation, there used to be a plug-in hybrid version. With this new generation that just arrived, there is no plug-in hybrid version. And also in case of the Audi, the old Q5, the previous Q5 generation had a plug-in hybrid version. This new Q5 that just arrived does not. So it's basically Mercedes against Volvo in this mid-size plug-in hybrid SUV category for now. We assume that both Audi and BMW will bring back their plug-in hybrid X3 and Q5. But for now, these are the only two competitors. So you have the full reports of our charging sessions, fast charging sessions on our Facebook page. We did get about 51. We never got the full 60, but we got pretty close. We got 51 kilowatts at a DC station in Barrie at Electrify Canada. This car is supposed to be capable of 60. Not sure why we didn't get it. The battery was pretty low. We started at below 20%, not sure why, but still having this capability of fast charging a plug-in hybrid. If you don't want to use any gas on the way to the cottage, it's a perfect car. Volvo doesn't have that. Okay, so that's about it. If you have any questions, please post in the comments. We'll be happy to answer your questions. And as usual, do not forget to subscribe to our channel by pressing the subscribe button to be informed when the next review is coming. We have lots more pure electric and plug-in hybrid cars coming to our channel. Thank you for watching, and thank you to our sponsor, Condos and Castles Realty. You can find them at www.condosandcastles.com. Thank you for watching, and see you at the next review.
A little postscriptum here on the review of the Mercedes GLC 350e plug-in hybrid. The modes. This button here on the center dash, on the center console, it's called dynamic, but it basically changes the modes. And you've got the individual. You've got the, let's go back. You can slide it. So the B is the battery hold mode. You've got the EL electric. The battery is now depleted, so it won't work. H is hybrid. S is for sport. The engine comes on right away. And then you've got the individual. So the only remark here is that the sport mode actually does not recharge. There's no recharge modes at all for to recharge the battery while driving in gas. We tried it. The BMWs have it. The Mercedes plug-in hybrids don't seem to have it. So there is no mode that will recharge your battery while you're driving in gas. You can hold it. So that's what we did. We held the battery full charge until we were ready to start the testing, but you cannot recharge it. That's about it. Thanks for watching.